middle here with CJ.
CJ Holmes, San Francisco Chronicle. Steph, first off, how's the foot feeling? And secondly, with a performance like that tonight, how meaningful was that for you? And, how did it feel to come into Boston and tie the series up?
I mean, it means everything knowing the sense of urgency we had to have tonight to, win, win on the road and keep some life in the series, get a home court advantage back, and, try to create some momentum our way. It was a hard-fought win. I think our first quarter really set the tone. Even though we were down one, there's night and day difference between game 3 and game 4, how we came out defensively. And that just gives you enough life to kind of withstand some rough patches. And then, find some runs. We get some stops, get out in transition, guys get involved. And, you give yourself a chance to win it down the stretch. So proud of everybody in terms of our physicality, our focus. Perseverance throughout the game. 2-2 is way better than 3-1 going home. So, job well done tonight.
Kendra up front.
Kendra Andrews, ESPN. Steph, Clay said, there are two questions. First, Clay said that he ranks this as your #1 finals performance. Do you kind of agree with that? And then two, Draymond said he could kind of tell by your demeanor the past couple of days that you were going to bring some extra fire tonight. Did you feel something like that brewing over the last couple of days since the loss?
Yeah, just, again, it's kind of how we wanted to start the game. We rely on Draymond bringing that energy and fire, throughout the course of the season and year after year. Felt like we just had to let everybody know that we were here tonight. And, whether that's their crowd, their team, our team, whoever wants to see that energy and that fire, we feed off of that. Excuse me. And, I think it helped us kind of just get settled into the game because obviously our experience, you can want it so bad, you kind of get in your own way a little bit and everybody feels a little bit of pressure and it can go the opposite way. I wanted to try to leverage that, in a positive direction for us to start the game.
Marcus.
I don't rank my performances though. Just win the game.
Marcus on the left.
Marcus Thompson, Athletic. Steph, that was clearly a golden performance by you. I was wondering.
And he's back.
I was wondering, have you ever gotten into like the crowd like that early in the game? You yelled at them and you were flexing. You've done that before, but like normally later. What made you do it early, and how difficult was it to sit those first couple of minutes in your golden performance?
The fourth quarter? I take that as a good sign of how I feel physically, like with my foot and just the low and intensity of the game that I wanted to be out there to start the fourth. Just because I felt good, had a rhythm, and didn't feel tired at all. So I want to maintain that over the course of the rest of the series. But kind of the same answer as before, just we needed something to settle into the game to start, the game better and find some momentum and just change the tone of, how physical they were in game 3 and how we needed to respond in game 4. It wasn't a perfect first quarter, but we gave ourselves enough life. And that fire was me just trying to show that we're here tonight and we understand what the task at hand is. And thankfully, we found a way to get it done.
Question in the middle.
Steph, Coley Harvey, ESPN. Not to really belabor the fire point, but for you, is this something that coming into the game a day or two before, is that something where you want to make sure that you send that message at that point? I guess, are you coming up with that plan going into the game, or is it just you feel what's going on the floor, in the crowd, and that kind of thing in games?
It's both, for sure. A lot of it is because of how hostile the environment was, the fans chanting, doing all their, shenanigans and all that. Boston knowing how big of a game it is for them. If they get the win, they take, control of the series. So it's all that mixed into, and the experience knowing how fickle momentum is in the finals. We've been through it all, so try to rely on past experience to understand how important that was.
David on the left.
David Aldridge, The Athletic. Steph, I know that you guys trust Steve and that Steve trusts you guys, but was there, when you come out in a gotta have it fourth quarter and you don't see Draymond out there, was there any part of you that went, huh?
What part of, I don't even know what part of the game.
Fourth quarter.
To start the fourth quarter?
Well, no, when he came
just in
out,
oh.
yeah, and then was out for 4 or 5 minutes there.
I think it's an understanding of how things can change in a series. And like you said, there is so much trust in how we do things and decisions that coach makes and what responsibility falls on us as players. That, Loon went in there, dominated the paint, got us some big rebounds, created a presence. Draymond came back in and, had some juice and some life on the defensive end. So, we obviously understand it's just about winning. At the end of the day, all decisions are, predicated on that being the goal. And I know we've all been on the side where it doesn't go your way from the top all the way to the bottom. It's not fun. It's not something you readily accept, but you understand the big picture. And obviously, especially when it pays off. So it's more so the trust in Loon and what he's able to do than any kind of like situation with Draymond.
Kylan in the middle.
Hey, Steph, Kylan with Cron 4 News in San Francisco in the back here. Exactly how much pain were you feeling in that left foot? Were there any certain plays or movements where you noticed it? And then how were you able to play through it?
Great rehab, medical staff hooking me up the last 2 days, getting me right. I think for the most part, I didn't think about it. Like, I don't know how to explain the pain. It's more so just when you're out there, you don't compensate or it doesn't take up too much mental space in terms of, feeling like I can do whatever I want to out on the court. So hopefully that continues with these next 2 days off and get ready for Game 5.
Last couple of questions for Steph. Anthony in the back.
Yeah, Anthony Slater, The Athletic. It's felt at times in this series that you needed more help offensively. What did you think of Andrew and Jordan, particularly in the fourth? Seemed like they just kind of got big buckets when you guys needed it.
Clay hit a big one too. Everybody stepped up, and I think we were much more composed in the fourth quarter, trying to figure out what shots we were trying to create. And I think I had the one turnover right when I got back in, and then after that we just settled in and used their aggression against them. Finding open man, making a simple play, and every guy you named stepped up. So we're gonna need more of that, obviously, to get 2 more wins. And with JP, Wiz, Clay, all those guys are more than capable of creating. No matter what moment of the game it is, and thankfully they did that tonight.
Final question up front.
Dan Feldman, NBC Sports. You obviously always carry a major load offensively. Do you feel the need in this situation to assert yourself even more than usual?
I think it's kind of constant throughout the game, just trying to put pressure on their defense and keep your foot on the gas pedal. There are times where you feel like you have to kind of be more aggressive to score, just based on the flow of the game and how they're guarding us and where I can see some advantages. But also we understand they're a great defensive team that, you can't, your normal sets or just the normal flow probably isn't going to be there for the meat of the game just because they're, that's what they're good at and how they dominate games on that end of the floor. So those are the times where you can be a little bit more aggressive, try to, let's say, force the issue a little bit. That doesn't always mean shoot, but it means just, attacking, being aggressive, finding lanes, doing it over and over and over again.
Thanks, Steph.